Hi, it's Stephen here from Son of a Nation Wave, and this is day 27 of the January daily draw. So let's see what message we get today. And I'll be taking the first card from the Linestrider Tarot, followed by an Oracle card from the Enchanted Map Oracle. And if you remember, I was using an old version of the deck because I couldn't find the latest version, but I found it. So we're using this today. We're using this from now on. This is the blue cover, the turquoisey cover version, which is the borderless edition, rather than this edition that I've been using up to now. So we're using the latest version. So let's use our first card and get the reading underway. Okay, here we go. Three of Cups. We've had celebration cards. We've had this card out before. This sense of connecting with one another, of having fun together, of celebrating together. We had that with the Four of Wands. We've got this particularly with the Three of Cups. This is those relationships, those friendships, those people that we can just relax and be ourselves with, those that we perhaps have a closer relationship with, that we can just let our hair down and just be ourselves and have fun with. And that's important. So maybe there's a, maybe a chance to connect with people, a chance to, have a bit of a laugh and a joke with some people, bringing a bit of levity into the the mundaneness of life. Life can get a bit heavy at times. It can get a bit heavy with responsibilities and challenges and things like that, and things going on in the world around us. And yes, we need to deal with all that. We need to find a way to get to grips with all that and to make our way through all of that. But sometimes one of the ways is just to escape from all that with a bit of fun, a bit of levity, a bit of, bring a bit of joy, have a few laughs. There's certainly enough around us in the world that we look around to that doesn't make us laugh, that is quite concerning. And if that's all we consume, if that's all we focus on, that it becomes very much of a downer. And I'm not saying that we're to totally ignore that. No, I'm not saying that at all. We can't go around with our eyes closed. And I think we have a responsibility not to go around with our eyes closed. That's sometimes where problems arise, because people ignore it for too long and things then take, they take a foothold and grow because people just don't pay attention to it. They don't, or they close their eyes to it. And then when it becomes that obvious, it's already gotten out of hand and more difficult to deal with. But even in the midst of those times, we still need that sense of humor. We still need that levity. We still need to remember what it is to be human and how to relate to one another in a nicer, more edifying way. And part of this is to relax with our close friends, with our family members, with those close relationships that we have, that we don't have to have our guard up all the time like we perhaps do in other situations. We don't have to be pushing back against things that we think are not right. No, these are the people that may be of various types, but we have a commonality, a common bond between us. And, we can certainly be together. We've got those close friendships, best friends, whatever you want to call it. And if we have relationships like that, it's important to spend these times connecting and having a laugh, trying to lift each other's spirits up, to help us grow in this period of time. To me, threes are about expansion and growth, and the way we do that with our emotions and relationships is strengthening the bonds through having those times of celebration and levity, of letting our hair down in a way that expresses that we feel secure of these people, we feel we trust these people, and through that we can share with one another and be on a certain level with one another that is expanding our relationships and growing our relationships. So it's important to do that, and it's reminding us to not neglect doing that. So maybe, get in touch with a friend, have a laugh with them. We don't necessarily have to throw a party. If you want to throw a party, invite them over, and it's possible, then do so. If not, send them a text, send them a message, phone them up, make a call. People still do that these days, and connect with them. Either in person, as I say, or through message, or through voice, through over the phone, and catch up with one another, have a laugh and a joke about things, share some of the stresses, but bring a bit of levity and a bit of lightheartedness into it as well to lift spirits and to encourage and to strengthen us as we move forward. So this is, I believe, one of the benefits we get from these times. And if we're a bit limited in this area, perhaps try and make some of these associations. We may have some connections that maybe are not that strong yet, but we could build on that, build on some of the relationships we've had with people that we think that may fit this this sort of scenario, and we can build that relationship into this kind of thing. So that might be something to think about and to put our attention to. Okay, so let's pick an oracle card from the latest version of this oracle. It's still the Enchanted Map Oracle. It's it's in better condition. That one's a little bit battered. And two, this is borderless, which is in it. It's the same images. And three, actually, the guidebook is better. And it's easier to find the cards in the guidebook because there's an actual index, and I can't see an index in the old version. So you just have to go by the numbers, but there's an index that tells you the page number to find that number on if you want to. But we're not using the guidebook really. We're taking our inspiration just intuitively from the card. And the card that we're going to do that with, Sad Embrace. Yes, this is one of the reasons. This is I love the fact that the picture's bigger because we've not got the border, and it's easier to pick up the image to me. And the sad embrace. Sometimes we feel sad, we feel down, we feel, we bow our heads, we clutch our knees, we almost come into a fetal position. We want to go inwards. We just feel so overwhelmed by what's going on within us, with our emotions, what's going on around us, with situations. And we just want to hold ourselves when we feel like this. But instead of going inwards like this, maybe the key is to rather go outwards and embrace others, not necessarily literally, unless that's what you want to do. That's the kind of relationship you have, but to reach out to others, because other people may be feeling this same thing, and together we can, as I say, we can lift each other's spirits up and lift us out of this blue feeling. I like how this is this blue color, almost like feeling blue, feeling down, feeling depressed, feeling sad, and we can bring a bit of fun, a bit of levity, a bit of humor, lift our spirits out of that to help us, to encourage us to go on. Because when we feel like this, sometimes we just don't know, how we're going to carry on through this. But the encouragement that comes from bonding with others can keep us going and strengthen us and help us grow through it. So that, I believe, is the message of the cards today. Okay, so that's today's message. I'll be back tomorrow with day 28. Until then, thank you for listening. Take care, everyone, and I'll see you all again very soon. Okay, bye-bye.